New questions about a commonly prescribed medication after one teen using it died during football practice. His high school coach is on trial now, and the defense is planning to claim that the medication Adderall could be to blame for the teen's death. CBS News correspondent Sreenivasan reports.
A former player of Coach Jason Stinson testified Wednesday about the practice prosecutors say killed 15-year-old Max Gilpin, a practice he said Stinson wouldn't stop until someone quit.
He's just going off on me, and then I just ended up quitting the team.
Prosecutors claim Coach Stinson ran grueling drills on a day the heat index reached 94, that he denied players water and forced them to keep running wind sprints. Max Gilpin collapsed that afternoon. He died of complications from a heat stroke just 3 days later.
Maxwell Gilpin was still doing what the coach asked him to do. He was running.
But CBS News has confirmed that when the defense presents its case, part of their argument will be that the boy's prescription medication may have caused the heat stroke. Gilpin had been taking the drug Adderall to treat attention deficit disorder, and lawyers for Stinson plan to use the expert testimony of a former Kentucky medical examiner who will say this is the likely cause of death. Sreenivasan, CBS News, New York.
So just what are the risks associated with Adderall and other ADHD drugs? Dr. Ilana Levine of the American Academy of Pediatrics is with us to discuss. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Maggie.
We should say you're not here to talk specifically about this case, but there is, I think, a broader conversation to be had because 1 million prescriptions for this are written every month in this country and Canada.
Right. That's right. And what's important to know is that when these medications are used properly, they're very safe and effective medicines.
Have you ever heard of overexertion as a problem for kids taking this medicine? Is there a warning about this anywhere?
Well, the things that we do know about this medication, the most common side effects are decreased appetite, insomnia, you can see some tics, increased blood pressure, and increased heart rate. Those are the things we see most commonly. There are some more serious side effects that have been associated with the medications, and one that's sort of gotten a lot of attention is sudden cardiac death. But it's important to note that the American Academy of Pediatrics holds the position that the incidence of sudden cardiac death in children on these medications is no different than the incidence in the general population. And what we take away from that is anytime we put a patient on one of these medications, we always screen them for cardiac disease first.
What do experts recommend as far as screening?
The recommendation starts with a very careful history. You want to know if there's any history of an arrhythmia or sudden cardiac death in the family. You want to do a very focused cardiac exam, listening to the heart. And if anything sort of comes up, then as a physician, I would refer the patient to a cardiologist for further evaluation.
As a general rule, is it okay for kids taking these ADHD medications to participate in sports in school?
If they've gone through the screening process, absolutely.
All right, Dr. Ilana Levine, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.